both. So airplane is flying towards north with a speed of 400 kilometers per hour, and wind is blowing towards west. Find the speed of airplane, find the velocity of aeroplane, and if it has to reach 30 degree north or west, right? Find the if it has to reach the 30 degree north or west, find the velocity of wind. If it reaches 30 degree north or west, find the velocity of wind. So I've slightly modified the question as compared to riverboat. Airplane की जो velocity होगी, that velocity is velocity of airplane with respect to wind. This is not the actual velocity. अगर wind नहीं हो, if wind is not there, then airplane will be moving only in north direction. Because of the wind, so airplane की जो velocity होगी, that is velocity of airplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind. Exactly similar to velocity of boat is velocity of boat with respect to river plus velocity of river. So अब इसमें wind is blowing towards west, but so velocity of airplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind, and this will be the resultant velocity or the actual velocity of airplane, and this is given in the question that now it is 30 degree north or west, so this angle is 30 degree. I hope you understood. ये जो ऊपर red वाला vector है, that is airplane with respect to wind. This is velocity of wind, and this VA will become the actual velocity of airplane. Velocity of airplane is velocity of wind, airplane with respect to wind and plus velocity of wind. So this is the actual velocity. Velocity of airplane will be velocity of airplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind, and when we add the two, so हमें actual velocity तो मिल जाएगी, that will be VA square plus VW square. But VW velocity of wind is not known, उसके लिए हम ये angle use कर लेंगे. This angle is 30 degree. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base, so velocity of airplane with respect to wind divided by wind. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Velocity of airplane is 400. ये थोड़ा सा impractical हो गया, but just कोई बात नहीं, अभी हम velocity of wind is coming out to be 400 root 3. 400 root 3 is the velocity of wind. Practically थोड़ा possible नहीं है इतनी speed, but let's say there is some cyclone or something. This is velocity of wind. If at this velocity the wind started blowing, then the airplane will go at 30 degree towards north or west. So point यहाँ सिर्फ इतना था कि आप ऐसे किसी भी question को with the same example, with the same help we can do. Just you have to relate what is river and what is the boat. Here airplane is like boat and it is moving with respect to wind. As the wind starts moving, then it will combine together and it will become the actual velocity. Next type of problem is the next type of problem. Just say that is rain umbrella problem. So when a person is moving on a road, he has umbrella in his hand. In which direction he has to hold his umbrella so that he will be maximum protected from the rain. If there is no wind, again, if there is no wind under that condition, the rain falls vertically. रेन ड्रॉप्स तो क्लाउड से नीचे आते हैं, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द विंड दैट इज शिफ्टेड. सो वेलोसिटी ऑफ रेन ड्रॉप, उसको भी अगर हमें कैलकुलेट करना है, velocity of raindrop with respect to wind plus velocity of wind. This type of question is also there, that wind starts flowing towards west, then so rain की जो actual velocity इस person को observe होगी, that will be the velocity of rain in which wind is already included. If wind is not there, suppose there is no wind, then only the rain will appear vertically hitting on his head. This is the actual velocity of rain when there is no wind. अगर विंड होगी तो विंड की वजह से दिस डायरेक्शन विल बी स्लाइटली इंक्लाइंड with respect to the vertical. When the person is at rest, he observes that rain is falling vertically on his head. So that is the actual velocity. Actual क्यों? क्योंकि भी वो person भी rest पे है. So velocity with respect to person will be velocity with respect to the earth. So suppose rain is falling vertically with a speed of some 4 kilometers per hour. He has umbrella, so initially he had held his umbrella in vertical direction so that he will be protected from the rain. Now he started running towards east maybe. Now if his speed is vm, in which direction he has to hold his umbrella? Now he started running towards the east direction maybe. Now the velocity of rain that appears to him will slightly change in magnitude as well as direction both. When man starts running towards east, he will observe rain hitting relatively. When the man starts running towards east, the velocity of rain that he observed now will become relative velocity. Velocity of rain with respect to man will be Vrm, which is velocity of rain minus velocity of man. Right? So velocity of rain is vertically downward, and when man started moving towards east, the minus Vm will be towards west. We join this vector, that is Vr and minus Vm resultant. That become velocity of rain with respect to velocity of man. So now for him, rain seem to appear at this direction, and it will be changed in the speed also. When the person starts running, the magnitude of velocity or the speed of the rain that appears to him will be increasing. It becomes Vr square plus Vm square. The symbols have usual meaning. Vr means the rain velocity with respect to earth. Vm is the man velocity with respect to earth. Vrm is rain velocity with respect to man. Is man's velocity with respect to God. Just a second. Yes, clear. And what will be the direction? What will be the direction? The direction will be written in terms of this angle alpha. So direction at which it appears is tan alpha is equal to Vm by Vr at an angle alpha opposite to his motion. If the person is going towards east, the rain will appear towards west, and therefore it will be always greater, and it will be coming on his face. So if he's running towards east, the rain will be turning towards west. So the rain now falling on his face only, he has to tilt his umbrella. He has to tilt his umbrella towards the west direction. How much angle it should be tilted? Same angle as the direction of velocity. So he has to tilt his umbrella towards east because rain is appearing towards west. The direction, how it up?
तो वो ऊपर वाला समझ नहीं आया जो आपने लिखा VR इक्वल टू VRW प्लस VW।
हाँ बेटा ये क्या? अच्छा ये, हाँ ठीक है, ये क्या था? इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ विंड। तो कभी कभी क्वेश्चन में रेन भी होगी और विंड भी होगी। रेन रेन वर्टिकली डाउनवर्ड्स केवल तभी आ सकती है जब विंड नहीं है, देयर इज नो विंड, then only rain will be actually falling, and that is velocity of rain with respect to wind. So either wind is not there or wind with respect to wind only rain will be perpendicularly downwards. Abhi, in this particular question, in this particular case, we have assumed that there is no wind, so rain is falling vertically on the head of the man. So he is keeping his umbrella exactly perpendicular, right? As he starts running, the velocity of rain that appears to him will become relative velocity. So it will become Vr with respect to m. Vrm means velocity of rain minus velocity of man. Harsh,
Yes, sir.
understood, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in that case, when rain is also initially is not perpendicular, rain is some at some angle theta or something. That will be possible only and only when rain is there. तो जब हम इसकी तरफ रन करेंगे, स्पीड रेन की ज्यादा लगेगी, जितनी फास्ट रन करेंगे उतनी तेज स्पीड से रेन हमको हिट करेगी, एंड जितना ज्यादा स्पीड से हम मूव करेंगे उतना ज्यादा ही एंगल the rain will appear to be inclined or tilted, so more will be the inclination of umbrella. Second case, when suppose rain is falling at certain angle, and that is only possible with wind. Without wind, cloud अपने आप inclined नहीं होंगे. Right? So suppose the man is standing on the road and he is finding the rain hitting vertically on his head. Sorry, rain hitting at an angle of alpha from the vertical. This is the actual velocity of wind. अब ये कहाँ से आई होगी? Because इसमें velocity of rain with respect to wind plus velocity of wind दोनों add होके, and then that become the velocity of rain. The vertical rain would have been only possible if there is no wind. The second case is when the person is standing at rest, he observed that rain is hitting on his head at an angle of alpha from the vertical. If he start running with certain speed towards east, he find that rain is now hitting perpendicularly on his head. So पहला इसका umbrella कुछ पीछे की तरफ था. Now he has to keep his umbrella exactly vertical when he is in the running state. So when man is running towards east, what should be his speed so that the rain appears vertically on his head? In this case, not the actual velocity, the relative velocity of rain with respect to man appears vertically on his head. Velocity of rain with respect to man. Right? Clear? अब इसमें क्या हुआ? Velocity of rain with respect to man. So velocity of rain was at an angle alpha. When man is running towards east, minus of Vm will be towards west. और इन दोनों का resultant बन जाएगा Vrm. अब है so here the rain velocity that appears to man when he is running will be slightly slower than the actual speed. इसको आप उस second वाले case ऐसे समझ सकते हो when the boat was headed for the shortest path along the shortest path. So when man starts running, he feels rain hitting his head vertically. When a star man is running towards east, he finds rain hitting vertically on his head. Correct? Yeah. So rain velocity with respect to man, and the man velocity, how much it should be? So sine alpha will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse. The man should be moving with the speed of v r sine alpha. Then only the rain appears to it vertically on his head. Right. Okay.
So I have a doubt.
Yes.
वो जो aeroplane wind वाला question में if you can go to the diagram, I just don't know कि हाँ. So in the question वो planes पहले north जा रहा है. So sir वो जो आपने velocity aeroplane with respect to wind, shouldn't that be velocity of the like जैसे plane का और फिर जो hypotenuse है वो होना चाहिए ना velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind क्योंकि wind की वजह से it's going north 30 degrees north or west.
No. Aeroplane started flying towards north. If there would have been wind, if there is no wind at all, then the airplane would have been going north और वो north में कहीं पहुंच जाता to its destination.
वो velocity of aeroplane नहीं होना चाहिए. Why is it aeroplane?
वो velocity aeroplane तब होगी जब wind नहीं है. When there is no wind. That means we are assuming the velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind that is in north direction. This is exactly similar to जो boat के केस में था. वैसे कुछ books में थोड़ा गड़बड़ लिखा रहता है. अगर ये लिखा हुआ velocity of boat in still water. What does this mean? And it is the actual velocity of boat or is it the relative velocity of boat?
In still water.
Yes.
So in still water, this is the actual velocity of the boat. Or फिर जब relative like होता है, then it's with respect to the it's the opposite.
This is velocity of
So
boat
this
with
I'm getting confused this
river.
because in some places its velocity of still water is just VB. It's just
Yeah, those are some सस्ती किताबें उनको कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Leave it. You feel some books like Pradeep has also done this in class 11, so cannot help it. See, velocity of boat in still water means is the river water still? Is the river water still? No, never. Otherwise, it won't be river, it will become a pond.
Yeah.
If we are saying that velocity of water is still water means we are assuming that water to be in a state of rest.
Okay.
And that will appear to be rest only when you are in that frame. Means you are not in earth, not on earth, you are in the river now.
Okay.
It's not your fault. Many books, many means 90% of the books have written this wrong. Velocity of still water is VB. No, not at all. Velocity of boat in still water means we have assumed the water to be still. That means we are in the frame of water, which means in the river. So when we are in the river, then only, and that is why we add. That's why we add when they are in same direction. If suppose you assume that velocity of boat in still water is VB, river is also moving in the same direction. So when you calculate the downstream, the actual velocity, then you should be subtracted because the same direction अगर velocity vector होते हैं तो relative calculate करने के लिए हम subtract करते हैं. But actually we add them VB plus VR. So how is that justified if they both are the actual velocity? ये downstream में add क्यों किया हमने फिर? क्योंकि boat की river के respect में velocity is boat velocity minus river velocity. So if you have to calculate the actual velocity of boat, it will be boat with respect to river plus velocity of river. This is the formula we are applying. So that's why when VBR and we're in same direction, which is downstream, both will be added to calculate the actual velocity. When they're in opposite direction, so similarly, velocity of boat and still water is VBR. Similarly, velocity of aeroplane when there is no wind or whatever velocity the airplane started with the engine,
will be
that
relative.
will be relative.
Okay.
With respect to wind means that is his actual velocity, the which pilot started. But then encountered the wind, and the wind is like the river. River drifts the boat. Similarly, wind drifts the airplane. And that wind was towards west. Wind is moving towards west, and that is why the plane is drifted somewhere between north and west, which direction was given at an angle of 30 degrees.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is why physics is little puzzling sometimes because some books have not presented in a way you can understand practically. River velocity can never be zero, otherwise it cannot be called as river. So velocity of boat in river, velocity of boat in still water is velocity of boat with respect to river. Similarly, the velocity of airplane, if there is no wind or any velocity with which an airplane starts, it doesn't encounter the velocity initially of the speed.
Okay, sir.
Right? Okay. Yes. Any other doubt? Harsh? Harsh?
सर मेरा भी यही डाउट था।
अच्छा. Very good. Clear हो गया?
हाँ सर।
Very nice. ठीक है. So ये कुछ छोटे मोटे क्वेश्चन होते हैं like a man starts from west. Okay. It appears to him that rain is falling vertically with 3 meters per second. These are the direct formula based questions. So you have to learn these 3, 4. Yes, yes, बोलो.
सर जो ये बुक में जो गलत लिखते हैं मतलब कि जैसा आपने बताया कि वेलोसिटी ऑफ बोट मतलब ऐसे नहीं लिखना चाहिए कि स्टिल वाटर में है, तो सर ये समझते नहीं है कि मतलब आगे जाके दिक्कत होगी।
उन्हीं को समझ नहीं है तो क्या किया जाए बेटा, उन्होंने सही नहीं पढ़ा तो वही पढ़ेंगे, वही लिखेंगे जो पढ़ा है, क्या कर सकते हैं, कहाँ तक सही करेंगे। एनसीईआरटी में भी बहुत सारी चीजें गलत लिखी हैं, सो व्हाट। आपको थोड़ा अपने अच्छी किताबों से और पढ़ोगे तो यू विल गेट अ बेटर फीलिंग, बेटर नॉलेज। पर ठीक है, मतलब ये तो अपने आप समझ में आ जाएगा ना। स्टिल वाटर में बोट रिवर है तो बोट वाटर स्टिल थोड़ी हो सकता है, रिवर में तो वाटर फ्लो करेगा तभी उसका नाम रिवर है।
जी सर।
which means हमने रिवर को स्टिल अज्यूम किया है, एंड इफ वी अज्यूम सम फ्रेम टू बी स्टिल मतलब हम उसी फ्रेम के अंदर हैं, वी आर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर फ्रेम एंड दैट फ्रेम दैट बॉडी अपीयर्स टू रेस्ट। हम अर्थ में अर्थ में रेस्ट में लग रही है जबकि वो एक्चुअल में नहीं होती। यस
सर एक और डाउट था सर, जैसे प्लेन के अंदर जो स्पीड दिखा रहा होगा मतलब जो स्क्रीन पे, तो सर वो VAW होगा ना?
क्या फिर से पूछना जो अंदर स्पीड दिखा रहा होगा?
हाँ सर स्क्रीन के अंदर, तो वो VAW होगा सर?
नहीं, वो तो VA हो गया ना, दोनों का स्पीड। जैसे वो स्पीड कैसे दिखाता है? दैट स्पीड इज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दी जो भी उसमें सेंसर्स लगे हुए, जितना भी मूवमेंट हो रहा है, तो दोनों की वेलोसिटी मिल गई ना। जैसे सपोज इस
अच्छा
एस्केलेटर पे आप जा रहे हो, एस्केलेटर 3 मीटर पर सेकंड से, और आप जा रहे हो 5 मीटर पर सेकंड से, राइट?
यस सर।
अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जो एयर है वो आपको कितने स्पीड से हिट करेगी, या अगर एयर रेस्ट में है, so it is like with which speed, relative speed you are crossing the air, cutting the air on its wing, that speed is measured. So इस एयर के लिए अगर यहाँ कोई सेंसर लगा हुआ है, सपोज स्पीड टेकोमीटर सेंसर, उसके लिए तो आप कितने 8 मीटर पर सेकंड से निकले ना, उसको थोड़ी फर्क पड़ता है कि आप एस्केलेटर पर हो या बेल्ट पर हो। इट इज विद व्हाट स्पीड यू हैव क्रॉस्ड इट। समझ गए?
तो सर इसमें VA दिखाएगा सर?
वो VA दिखाएगा, हमेशा VA दिखाएगा ये। अब अगर अंदर ही लगा रखा है कुछ, अंदर मतलब कि अंदर बैठे हुए हम उसकी स्पीड मेजर कर रहे हैं, देन ऑब्वियसली इट विल बी द रिलेटिव। बट ये किसके रिस्पेक्ट में होता है? बाहर की एयर किस स्पीड से उसको हिट कर रही है, with that we will find the relative velocity with which this plane is cutting the wind, cutting the air by using his wings.
यस सर।
समझ गए?
हाँ सर।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। तो हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, और सम क्वेश्चन में भी एक दो क्वेश्चंस थे फ्रॉम द लास्ट वर्कशीट on the basis of this time relative motion, so we can check. एक ही दो क्वेश्चन थे, ज्यादा नहीं थे, and I will share the more question specifically for the JEE people, for the JEE level. JEE के लिए थोड़ा हमें और करना पड़ेगा. This is not this is just for the understanding purpose. Yeah, question number 10. A river 2 kilometer wide is flowing at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour. A boatman can row the boat at a speed of 4 kilometer per hour in still water, goes a distance 2 kilometer upstream. नहीं, ये तो लास्ट क्लास वाला है. Upstream and downstream, this we had already done. Yeah. Question number 15. Question number 15 is the speed of boat is 5 km per hour in still water. It crosses a river of width 1 kilometer along the shortest possible path in 15 minutes. Find the velocity of the river. तो जब हम shortest path में cross करते थे, shortest path means it has to start slightly upstream. It has to start slightly upstream so that finally it lands exactly on the opposite bank. So the path which is observed from the ground frame appears to be the shortest one. This is the actual path that appears with respect to ground. That means it has to start slightly upstream plus velocity of river, both will be added. This angle alpha, और इसके लिए हमने फिर कैलकुलेट किया था VB is root of VBR square minus VR square. If you remember this, if not, you can check your notes. अब इसमें क्या बोल रहा है, ये शॉर्टेस्ट टाइम में शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ में क्रॉस करने का टाइम. Time was displacement upon speed. Speed in that direction is VB, and VB is VBR square minus VR square. Ananya, this 5 km per hour is VB or VBR? Ananya?
Now 5 kilometer on still water. This
Yeah,
will
so it is
be VBR.
VBR. Time here is 15 minutes. So we'll convert this into hours because speed is in hour. Width is 1 kilometer divided by root of VBR is 5 and VR we have to calculate. So solve and cross multiply, it will be 4 then. Done? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Clear? चलो 4 आ गया आंसर. राइट, अब ये पीछे वाला भी देख लेते हैं, ये भी थोड़ा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. A river crosses a flowing stream of width d to and fro in time t1. तो ये रिवर को क्रॉस कर रहा है, मतलब it is going the time taken to cover the same distance up and down the stream is.
आंसर 3 नहीं आएगा.
हाँ बेटा,
लास्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर 3 है.
हाँ 3 आएगा, सॉरी. यस, 1/4 है ये. So 4 and 3 will become 5. Correct. Sorry. It will be 3 km per hour. Question number 11. A swimmer crosses a flowing stream of width d to and fro in time t1. And the time taken to cover the same distance up and down the stream is t2. Then the time taken the swimmer would take to swim a distance 2d in still water. A swimmer crossing a flowing stream of width d to and fro in time t1, right? So t1 is नहीं, एक सेकंड. ये रिवर की width को क्रॉस कर रहा है वो to and fro, then the time taken to go and time taken to come back. Here it is not given that it is crossing in the shortest time or shortest path. So that means we have to take, I think, both the cases. जब ये शॉर्टेस्ट टाइम में क्रॉस करता है देन इट विल बी 2d upon vb, because shortest time में vbr is here. Boat is considered similar to the man, and if it is moving if it is moving along the shortest path, shortest time, then it would have been 2d upon vbr. Since information is not given that how a swimmer is crossing, so that means we have to take both. Only one of the two should be matching with the answer. अब ये बोल रहा है कि 2d डिस्टेंस को अप एंड डाउन जाने में it takes a time of t2. So the time taken to cover the distance d in the downstream direction plus time taken to come back along the same direction in, it become d upon vbr plus vr plus d upon vbr minus vr. क्वेश्चन की ना लैंग्वेज हमें समझनी होती है, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी हैव टू डिसाइड. हियर इट इज नॉट क्लियर दैट हाउ स्विमर इज क्रॉसिंग, इट्स नॉट गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन. So technically it can be multiple choice question, it can be only one depending which option is matching. Correct? So इसको सॉल्व करोगे क्या आएगा, नीचे आ जाएगा ये 2d vbr divided by root of divided by vbr square minus vr square. हमें कैलकुलेट क्या करना है, वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द टाइम टेकन टू कवर द 2d डिस्टेंस इन still water, so we have to calculate 2d upon vbr. Okay, I think the options, none of the option is matching probably, which mistake has me. So we will ठीक है, छोड़ दो इसका, ऑप्शन शायद कुछ गलत है. तो कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज ये था कि हमें दोनों की स्पीड समझनी थी, कौन से स्पीड गिवन है और कौन से स्पीड क्या हमें यूज करना है. Right, this is the motion in 2 dimension. All the cases: rain boat, river and boat problem, rain umbrella, and aircraft and wind problem. Now we can move to the next concept. Okay, motion in plane की भी एक worksheet हम कर लेते हैं. We discussed the concept of motion in plane last class, but we didn't solve question. I'm sharing this in the group, and this is for motion in plane, some questions that we did last class. Okay, I have shared in the group, you can open it from your group. Motion in the plane, some questions we have to do. Yes. The distance traveled by the car, if car travels 4 km north at an angle 45 to the east and then travels, ठीक है, ये तो simple है, ये आप कर लोगे. Question number 143, 144, 145. We did such type of question concept last class. When x component is given, dx by dt will be x component of velocity, dy by dt is y component of velocity, और फिर हम दोनों का कर लेंगे root of vx square plus vy square. So question number 143, it will be root of vx square plus vy square, and that will be the answer. So questions similarly 144, again x component, y component is given, we differentiate, we get x direction velocity, we get y direction velocity. 145 we did in the class. 146, okay. Question number 148, now we have to find the acceleration of the particle. So x को दो बार differentiate करेंगे तो acceleration component in x direction मिल जाएगा. If we differentiate y, then we get acceleration in y direction.
8 meter per second square.
8. Right.
सर
Yes.
मुझे से वो रिवर वाले में से एक प्रॉब्लम था, इसी कॉन्सेप्ट.
बोलो बेटा, रिवर बोट क्या हुआ उसमें?
सर शॉर्टेस्ट टाइम वाला सर जो आपने बनाया था डायग्राम, उसमें सर हम लोगों ने लिखा था टाइम टेकन इक्वल्स टू W अपॉन VBR।
कि शॉर्टेस्ट टाइम में क्रॉस करना है तो जितनी भी स्पीड से आप बोट को चला सकते हो सीधे ही जाएंगे। विद रेस्पेक्ट टू रिवर, विद रेस्पेक्ट टू रिवर यू हैव टू स्टार्ट परपेंडिकुलरली। इसका मतलब जितनी भी इंजन की स्पीड है उस पूरी स्पीड से उसको आपको शॉर्टेस्ट डायरेक्शन में जाना है, मतलब परपेंडिकुलर जाना है। बट बिकॉज रिवर इज ऑल्सो फ्लोइंग, जैसे वो एयरप्लेन वाला केस है, तो रिवर को पुश कर करके द बोट विल बी ड्रिफ्टेड, so it will reach in shortest time but will be drifted when it reaches on the other bank. This was for the shortest time. VBR का मतलब कि रिवर के अंदर आप किस डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रहे हो।
तो सर उसकी एक्चुअल वेलोसिटी तो VB हो गई ना सर।
एक्चुअल वेलोसिटी के डायरेक्शन में थोड़ी वो क्रॉस कर रहा है। रिवर की जो विड्थ है वो किस डायरेक्शन में है, इन विच वेलोसिटी, जिस डायरेक्शन में विड्थ है उस डायरेक्शन में कौन सी वेलोसिटी है,
VBR।
VBR. So display time taken is displacement upon velocity.
बट सर वो तो VB के डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है ना, स्लैंट में, मतलब ड्रिफ्ट होके वैसे।
इधर भी जा रहा है उसके एक्चुअल से, मतलब थोड़ी हम तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट लेते हैं ना इनिशियल और फाइनल। ए और बी के बीच में, ए पे था इनिशियली, बी पे पहुंचा
ओके
फाइनली।
ओके ओके।
What is the y direction displacement? W. What is the x direction displacement? That is d. ये सेम टाइम को अगर आप एक्सेलरेशन निकालना है तो d upon vr. Time taken is displacement upon velocity. Y direction में displacement is equal to width divided by WVR. X direction में d divided by vr. अगर आप
और
ये
सर अगर
लेंथ निकाल लो, suppose you find out this length AB, then it will be also equal to AB by VB. All three will be same.
ओके। एंड सर ये वाला भी बता दीजिए।
बेटा
हाँ सर, नहीं सर आप कुछ कह रहे थे।
क्या फिर से पूछो, क्या पूछा आपने?
नहीं सर आप कुछ कह रहे थे ना अभी।
नहीं, मैं कहता ये थ्री अलग अलग जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट है, आप तीनों में से कोई भी यूज करोगे तो जिस डायरेक्शन का डिस्प्लेसमेंट उस डायरेक्शन की वेलोसिटी लेनी होती है, क्योंकि हमें गिवन होगी हमेशा विड्थ, सो हम वाई कंपोनेंट ही लेंगे परपेंडिकुलर टू द रिवर फ्लो।
ओके,
राइट?
तो सर मतलब जिस डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है उसकी डायरेक्शन की वेलोसिटी लेंगे।
हाँ, तभी तो हमें टाइम मिलेगा। डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू टाइम।
ओके, इसलिए सर आपने VBR लिया।
चलिए विचार लिया।
ओके सर, गॉट इट।
सो नाउ आई थिंक, हाँ ये जो वर्कशीट मैंने भेजी है इसमें से ये क्वेश्चन नंबर 149, थोड़े से ट्रिकी वंस। A particle moves in xy plane with velocity vx is 80 minus 2, vy is 2 if passes through the point 14 and 4 at t is equal to 2. Find the equation of the path. मतलब ये थोड़ा सा complicated हो गया। इसी का easy version आता है x equals to a sin omega t. Let's say एक छोटा सा example लेते हैं। If a particle is moving, if coordinates of a particle at time t is given as x equals to 3 sin t and y is equal to 4 cos t. Find the path on which, find the equation of path, या find the path followed by the particle. It is a circle or ellipse or straight line. So in such questions we have to eliminate t and we have to find relation between x and y. So sin t and cos t is there. हम sin और cos जब भी होगा तो हम elimination के लिए use कर सकते हैं that identity, that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So
Ellipse.
sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, and which is an equation of an ellipse. The standard equation of ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. This particle moving on this path, equation of the path, and the path is elliptical path. Right?
यस सर।
So ये जो क्वेश्चन कर रहे थे हम फ्रॉम दिस वर्कशीट, This is also similar but a little more mathematically complicated. इसमें vx given है, तो पहले हम vx को इंटीग्रेट करके x निकालेंगे एज अ फंक्शन ऑफ t. vy गिवन है, उसको इंटीग्रेट करके y निकालेंगे एज अ फंक्शन ऑफ t, और फिर दोनों को एलिमिनेट करके we will find out the equation. Method is same. Whenever you have to find the equation of the path, means you have to find the relation between x and y, and then only you can identify which path it is moving as well. Velocity in x direction is 8t minus 2. This will be dx by dt, and that is 8t minus 2. इसको इंटीग्रेट करके vx निकालेंगे, x निकालेंगे. vy is equal to 2. So dy by dt is 2. dx will become 8t minus 2 times dt. 0, sorry, 2 second. At time t is equal to 2 second, x coordinate is 14. तो थोड़ा सा खतरनाक सा दिख रहा है मुझे को सॉल्व करने पे, but that is the only method you have to solve. 2 से t, initial coordinate is 4, final coordinate is 1. Anyone solving? याद आएगा y minus 4 is equal to 2 outside, t minus 2. Here it will be x minus 14. Okay, so this will be a little complicated. 4t square minus 2t, limit from 2 to t. दूसरे इक्वेशन से x और y की वैल्यू निकाल के, and then we will substitute here. Will not solve further. It will be little more time consuming. आप इसको homework में कर सकते हैं. Just wanted to cover the variety of questions. X is square as a function of t, y is given as a function of t. You have to replace t and you have to find a new relation between x and y, and that's how we can find the path followed by the particle. Okay, so right, one more type of question is a chasing question. When question number 153 type. 4 persons K, L, M, and N are initially at the corners of a square of side of length D. Every person starts moving with the same speed V, such that K is always headed towards L is always headed. So basically they all are chasing each other. And now we have to find after how much time they all will meet. So this is a symmetrical motion. At the corner of a square, 4 persons are standing. They don't know where the other person is going. A doesn't know where B goes, B doesn't know where C will go, and C doesn't know, but is following B. So when B is at that corner, is moving to that side. As B goes slightly away, he changes the direction in that direction only, and similarly C and D. So they all are chasing. B is chasing C, C is chasing D, and D is chasing A. So the motion for all 4 will be exactly symmetrical with respect to each other, and all 4 person will meet exactly at the center of this, exactly at the center of this square, right? Got it? So ऐसे किसी भी question को हम कैसे solve करेंगे? Actual motion is little complicated. It seems very complicated rather. So हम क्या करेंगे? Instead of the 4 different person, we just take any 2 of them. Yeah. So similarly, there are 4 persons. they all will meet exactly at the center. अगर ये triangle पे होते हैं, right angle equilateral triangle, they all will meet at centroid. If there are 3 persons, if there are 6 person at the corner of a regular hexagon, so they all will meet exactly at the center, and so on. Now, forget the whole motion, take any two of them. Motion of A with respect to B. A की velocity है V and the direction is D. The distance between them is D, and initially B is also moving, but B velocity is not in the same direction. So motion of A with respect to B, when we observe, B will be at rest. With respect to B, B will be at rest, and relative velocity of A will be added, but B does not have any velocity along that direction of A to B. Along the line joining A to B, B does not have any velocity. So इसकी relative velocity भी आ जाएगी V के equal. अभी A को B तक पहुंचना पड़ेगा to meet. A will meet B only when it has a displacement of D. So time taken is relative displacement divided by relative velocity, and that will be D by V. कहाँ मिलेंगे? Exactly at the center. कितने टाइम के बाद मिलेंगे? They all will meet exactly after a time of D by V if it is a square and the 4 persons are chasing each other on the perimeter of a square. They started from the corner of a square, and then finally they all will be meeting exactly at the center of this square. Now consider the triangle case. If there are 3 persons at the corner of an equilateral triangle and they are chasing each other. So now there will be some component of velocity of B along the line joining them. If it is an equilateral triangle, A, B, and C. If it is an equilateral triangle, now B has a velocity V cos 60. So A with respect to C, B with respect to C, it will be V plus V cos 60. B और C का motion देख लेते हैं. C is at rest and B has a velocity with respect to C as V plus V by 2, and that will become 3V by 2. If this side length is D, the time taken for B to reach C, time taken to meet. बेटा समझ आ रहा है ये? अनन्या, वृति?
सर थोड़ा थोड़ा आ रहा है.
Yes, sir, got it.
थोड़ा में जो थोड़ा बचा है वो वाला देखो कौन सा पार्ट है. सिचुएशन समझ गए ना? Understood the situation. There are 3 persons standing at the corner of equilateral triangle. They started running each other, chasing each other rather. And as a result, they all 3 will meet exactly at the centroid. They all will meet exactly at the centroid of the triangle.
सर ऐसा क्यों?
Symmetrically, तीनों से equidistant कौन सा point होता है? Which point is equidistant from all the 3?
सर वो ABC वाले पाथ में नहीं चलेंगे?
हाँ?
सर उनको तो ABC वाले पाथ में चलना है ना, ट्रायंगल के पाथ में.
ये वहां से स्टार्ट किया, चल थोड़ी बाहर है. वहां चलते रहेंगे तो कभी मिलेंगे ही नहीं. फिर क्यों मिलेंगे? स्टार्ट इन्हें सी की तरफ किया था, जैसे सी यहाँ पहुंचा इसने डायरेक्शन टर्न कर ली, ये इसकी तरफ जा रहा है. बी स्टार्टेड टुवर्ड्स सी. सी अभी यहाँ पे जब सी यहाँ पहुंच गया तो उसने सी बी डायरेक्शन इधर बना दी. जब इधर गया तो इस तरफ बना दी. राइट? B is not, the
Yes, sir.
particles are not moving always along that path. तो स्टार्ट वहां से किए थे और एक दूसरे को चेस कर रहे थे. चेजिंग ईच अदर, सो दैट मींस वो उसकी डायरेक्शन में टर्न होते जाएंगे जिस डायरेक्शन में द अदर पार्टिकल इज टेकिंग द टर्न. राइट?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this was the motion in a plane, relative velocity concept. Now next we are moving towards projectile motion. Projectile motion is a combination of two motions. So पहली बार हम देखें when we call a motion to be projectile motion and what does it mean? जब भी किसी particle को velocity, acceleration, velocity की direction में हो. If the velocity and acceleration is in the same direction, then the particle, same or opposite, can only be moving in a straight line. If velocity and acceleration are in same direction, then the particle will be moving in a straight line. If velocity is at an angle theta with respect to acceleration, then it will be moving along a parabolic path. Constant acceleration होना चाहिए और angle the velocity is at point t is equal to 0, velocity is different from the direction of acceleration. If velocity is always perpendicular to acceleration, ये केवल starting में नहीं होना चाहिए. If acceleration is perpendicular to velocity at every point of this motion, then it will be moving on a circle. When it will be elliptical, elliptical means when acceleration is directed towards a certain point. Acceleration is directed towards a point all the time. Towards a point and follows inverse square law. जैसे gravitational force or electrostatic force. So gravitational force में the all planets move in elliptical path, and in the electrostatic the electron also move in elliptical path. So these are the general condition to determine what type of motion will happen in a particular case. Velocity acceleration same direction or opposite direction, straight line. At any angle, parabola, perpendicular to each other, always perpendicular to each other, it will be circular motion. So projectile motion में motion under gravity या किसी भी constant acceleration के case में it will become a projectile motion, not necessarily gravity under. So projectile motion under gravity, and there are three cases we will see. Projectile motion under gravity is a combination of two. So when any particle is given velocity other than perpendicularly upwards or downwards, it will be moving along a parabolic path called as projectile motion. First case was when a particle is projected from ground and it lands back on the ground, so that motion is perfectly symmetrical. Every projectile motion is a combination of two perpendicular direction motion along x and along y. So at x equals to 0 and y is t is equal to 0, a particle is given a speed of u at an angle theta from the horizontal. X direction there is no force, y direction there is a gravity, and because of this acceleration due to gravity, its y component of velocity start reducing. So this motion can be divided into the two perpendicular motion u cos theta and u sin theta. U cos theta is along the x-axis. U sin theta is initial velocity in perpendicular direction. Since there is no acceleration in x direction, no acceleration in x direction, therefore x direction velocity will be 0 throughout the motion. Velocity will be constant throughout the motion because acceleration is 0. U cos theta, U cos theta, U cos theta, U cos theta. U sin theta perpendicular, but U sin theta will be changing because U sin theta is again due to gravity, due to retardation, it will be decreasing. At the maximum height, the y component of velocity will become 0. And it comes back, it has the same speed. So the standard formulas will be for height. At the maximum height, y component velocity will become 0. The time taken to come back to the ground, so time of flight is time taken to come back on the ground. exactly after one time of flight y का component displacement is 0. किसी टाइम t पर अगर हम इसका displacement और velocity लिखते हैं, this is y and x direction displacement is x. At any time t from the journey, from the beginning of the journey, x component is u cos theta t, y component is x component is u cos theta into t, displacement into time. Y component will be u sin theta into t minus half dt square. X direction velocity will remain as before. X is equal to u, Vx is equal to u cos theta, and Vy is equal to u sin theta minus dt. So from here we can get speed after time t. Speed after time t is root of Vx square plus Vy square. Speed after time t, displacement after time t, we can find by taking these two separate. So x direction plus y direction, two different direction motion when combined together, it will give the projectile motion equations. Time of flight is the time after which the particle comes back. So after one time of flight, y will be 0. The y coordinate will become 0 again when it come back on the ground. So in the equation of y, if we substitute y as 0, time of flight become 2u sin theta by g. Time taken to reach the maximum height is u sin theta by g. Maximum height के लिए y component will become 0. So at y is equal to capital H, Vy is equal to 0. And the third one is horizontal range. The range is the distance where it lands on the ground. Is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. U square 2 sin theta into cos theta by g. And third one is the equation between equation of the path of projectile. उसके लिए y और x को हम eliminate कर लेंगे. Equation of path में t substitute t equals to x by u cos theta in the equation of y. So y is x tan theta minus g x square upon 2u square cos square theta. That's the formula for equation of the path of projectile. Any particle lying on xy coordinate will be satisfying. इसमें x tan theta common कर लेते हैं. We will common take x tan theta common. It will become 1 minus x by r. R is the range of the projectile. So range is this. All these formulas are applicable only for a symmetrical projectile when it is start from the ground and land back from the ground. Okay. So we'll continue from here tomorrow in the next class. Projectile motions mostly formula based. अभी जो भी होगा वो आप कर लेंगे. Motion in plane, motion in straight line, and almost the whole kinematics we have covered. Equation of motion, kinematics इसलिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा time दिया because kinematics is every year 2-3 questions, and sometimes it is very easy or sometimes it is very difficult. There's no tag on this chapter. Just say rotation, we can say it is little difficult or challenging, but this can be very easy as well as very difficult depending upon your reading of that question. So that's why do the practice, previous year questions practice. Yes sir, बोलो बेटा.
सर वो टाइम वाला समझ नहीं आया. टाइम ऑफ फ्लाइट में सर आपने y की वेलोसिटी क्यों ली?
y की वेलोसिटी नहीं, y कंपोनेंट 0 कर देना. ये वापस ग्राउंड पे आ जाएगा. इसका y कंपोनेंट 0 हो गया ना. y डिस्प्लेसमेंट it is again back on the ground. ये तो 0 था पोजीशन ओरिजिन. इसका कोऑर्डिनेट क्या लिखोगे? r, 0. x coordinate is r, y coordinate is 0. when it comes back on the ground.
नहीं तो मैं
Right.
पूछ रहा हूँ कि टाइम वाला जो फॉर्मूला उसमें आपने u sin थीटा क्यों यूज किया?
इसको 0 पुट करोगे तो 2u sin थीटा ही आ जाएगा ना। क्या पूछ रहे हो, समझ नहीं आ रहा। ये 2u sin थीटा क्यों लिख दिया?
हाँ सर।
y को 0, ये इक्वेशन है, at t is equal to capital T, y is 0. 0 is equal to u sin theta capital T minus half g capital T square. इसको सॉल्व करोगे तो t की वैल्यू 2u sin theta by g आ जाएगी.
ओके
u sin theta is also initial y direction velocity.
यस सर।
ठीक है, चलो फिर अभी शायद केमिस्ट्री सर आ रहे होंगे क्लास के लिए 10:15 या राइट। सो हमने काइनेमेटिक्स ऑलमोस्ट कर लिया है, कवर दिस प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन की जो एक दो क्वेश्चन है वो भी इन्हीं क्वेश्चन से हो जाएंगे, बट वी विल सॉल्व मोर प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस ऑन द प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन इन मंडे क्लास। ओके, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर।